Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. My name is Jinza013, and, well, last time you guys saw, we pretty much made our way through the Undead Burg and into the parish, and pretty much cleared out the whole place in essence, and we saved an interesting fellow by the name of Lautrec of Kareem. In this episode, we're actually going to go up into the parish finally, and, well, we're gonna finish it out. And ring the first bell of awakening. Again, that was something we were charged in doing. I will say I think what I'm doing right now in terms of recording is actually kind of working for my benefit of doing some things of Dark Souls and then some of Final Fantasy V. Mostly in the sense that it kind of gives me like a breather in both, so I don't have to like overdo it. And if I run out of ideas in one thing, I can easily go back to another, and still be kind of fresh. So yeah, I think this way will work a bit better. I don't know why, but it seems it's always like extremely hard to parry this guy. I mean, you can get like the actual parry animation off on him, but an actual like carrying out the riposte, it's like almost impossible. I never understood that. Come on. So I'm like up on the stairs, maybe? No, you are not getting your chance to heal. Nope. I refuse to let you do that. Oh, I guess I died somewhere along the lines. Not sure when or how, but oh well. Oh yeah, and I guess I should also mention we got the heavy soul arrow some time ago. Which, well, not the best weapon in the world, not the best spell. Takes a bit of a while to cast. But in light of that, it does do a bit more damage. Okay, yep. We're just gonna back away from that. Kind of let them come around the corner. And especially since we have like an extra bit of soul arrows, we can actually kind of allow to waste some magic. And this, and I guess this Night Shield will actually be a bit better since it gives us 100% for like physical defense instead of the 93 we have a full 100. So this is slightly more of a better upgrade for us. Just so that way we can actually block and not lose any health at all, which is always a good thing. And so right over there, that's going to be that's the boss gate. That's our boss. And over here, which I don't think a whole lot of people know, probably some people do, but over here we can actually summon Mr. Lautrec. And I think I'm gonna do that because, well, I like him. I like Mr. Lautrec. He's a nice guy. Those people from Kareem, they seriously do not mess around. And he's gonna help me out, and he's gonna help me fight the boss in jolly cooperation, in jolly co-op. Why? Because, well, oh, and I guess while we're at it, we can actually summon Sunbro, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do that. Lautrec is all I need. Come on, Kareem. And here we are, on top a lovely, well, rooftop. And, well, our boss is up there. I love these cinematics, honestly. And this guy shows pretty much what happens to me every morning when I wake up. I get so angry that I get irritated. Like a gargoyle. So yes, this is the welcome to the Belfry Gargoyles. I should probably just shoot magic. Basically this is generally going to be our strategy. We're just going to be shooting magic at him. And hopefully, Lautrec can make our job a little easier. There is one thing I want to try to do, which is cut this bastard's tail off. Which is unfortunately somehow easier said than done. Yep, okay. So this is you could say, part 2 of this fight. in which we get a second gargoyle who breathes fire. And my game heavily lagged that time. Come on. Come on. Come to Valtier. Breathe your stupid fire and die. Yeah. Okay, do I still have some time to cut the tail off? Ow! Or I could just... Or I can run straight into the halberd and die. I don't think anyone has thrown a fight that easily as I have just in that single moment. I feel like I should be proud. I should be proud of myself for that. Okay, so I'm just going to reverse my hollowing, and I'll make a note to myself to cut the rest of the way, and I will momentarily meet you guys back at the top of this church. Okay, so we're back. As you can see, I took a bit of a hit, and we're gonna go ahead and summon Lautrec again. Why? Because, well, Kareem does not mess around, and Lautrec was doing simply that, not messing around at all. I will actually try to see if I can get off the tail of the gargoyle as soon as I can. It makes the fight slightly easier whenever you can remove the tail of an enemy that kind of does have a tail. It really just makes life easier in some cases, and there's a little extra reward for it. So come on, Lautrec, come on. Good boy. Alright, and unlike before, this guy is already automatically up, so... Okay. Might want to make an incentive to get my souls. And won't be getting his tail if he's hugging the corner like a jerk. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nah. Okay. Okay. Might be a good idea to get rid of this guy. And apparently I can actually stagger him for every soul arrow. That's actually very interesting. That is actually very interesting. And with that, we've actually killed... Lautrec actually completely sold that guy in essence. That's actually pretty cool. So that was the Belfry Gargoyles. Hooray! And I guess with that we can actually now ring the bell. We can ring the first bell of awakening. And finish a half of our job that we were given to us by Mr. I guess Oscar of Astora. I'm just gonna call him Oscar because it's more familiar at least. And as well as what the Crestfallen Warrior told us at least. And it's our duty as the chosen Undead, which I personally don't go for that. Valtier's story, he's doing it so he can be able to gain more power and more knowledge, hopefully, through this journey. That's what he's looking for. All he really cares about, honestly. I love that bell. It's so beautiful. No, we don't. Oh, okay. Oh, that's strange. I thought we were going to be given a homeward bone, which would have actually been kind of nice. A homeward bone basically is an item that can allow you to just instantly warp back to the last bonfire you rested at. Which, in many cases, it's very good, but since they don't seem to give us one, we can just talk to this guy instead. I don't mind. Yes. I like this guy, honestly. He has probably one of the best gestures ever. Well, what is it? Oswald here is probably your best friend. If you have created any sin, or if you've accidentally made a NPC hostile that you didn't mean to, you can actually request absolution from him, and pretty much you have to pay him a hefty fine of souls, and he will rid you of all your sins and will pretty much bring them back to neutral. So, and also you can abandon your covenant more formally from this guy, and also he pretty much sells a bunch of stuff that involves like pretty much reporting invaders. If you think they're just being a douche to you, you can check the bolt of guilty, which pretty much shows you people who've just been kind of douchey, and a bunch of other stuff that relates to the goddess of sin, Velka. He is a bishop of Velka as well. Since he deals with realm of sin, and he pretty much sells a bunch of stuff like bite rings who pretty much are from Kareem. Yes, I am welcome. I love that laugh of him. And why did I need to turn off Skype? I seriously need to remember to do that. Give me a second. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, a little interesting thing I can tell you about Mr. Oswald here. He is actually based off the corrupt partner of the Canterbury Tales. For anyone who actually cares to know about that little fact. So yeah, that's one thing I thought it was interesting when I found out. And another thing I should note here, the bosses we just fought, the Belfry Gargoyles, they're actually a slight nudge to a boss in Demon Souls, the game that came before this game, like a couple years ago, or not really years ago, but a few years ago. Yes, they're a reference to that. And another interesting thing I should mention, they weren't actually the original boss. They were not the first boss that was intended for this area. There's actually another boss that was originally going to be here that you would fight, but it was swapped to the Gargoyles because really the boss that was originally planned made absolutely no sense. I won't spoil who that boss was. Some of you probably know who it is, but we'll get into that more in depth when we get to that point, which will be later. So, okay. What we can do now is we're actually going to go down to the lower berg. Why? Because, well, there's a Capra demon I want to kill. And why do I want to kill the Capra demon? Because he's a douchebag. Then he'll actually unlock the way to another area. And unfortunately, since I don't have the master key, I can't take a shortcut that would have made my life much easier. So instead, I'm gonna have to be forced to do it this way. I want to, but I don't have a choice. For those of you who don't know what I'm referring to where the second bell is in Blighttown. Ordinarily, you could actually there's two ways of going into Blighttown. A shortcut, which is the back way, which you can unlock from the ruins of New Londo, which take you into the Valley of the Drakes, and pretty much you enter the back door right there from the front, which is pretty much makes you skip all the Blighttown in essence. And the second way is to go from the front. I don't know why anyone in their right, sane mind would go to the front entrance. Mostly because Blighttown is a terrible place, but I'm gonna have to be forced to do that. Can I get my 60? I can. I want to get some of my endurance up so I can actually use this weapon. And pretty much, I'm going to be using the halberd now, which is kind of in tune to the build I have in mind, to a later weapon I have in mind. And actually, I kind of like the halberd, honestly. It's like another weapon later on that's a heavier weapon of this called the Ultra Greatsword. It has the same thrusting mechanic of it, but it's just slightly lighter and faster. And I could go down there. And kill the extra boss, but I'll deal with that later. Anyway, so yeah, let's go to the parish. One thing and actually this is going to be something I'm going to do right now. I'll let you guys know now. I'm going to actually be cutting a lot of content, so that way you don't have to necessarily see me like run back and forth to anything else. Unless something very interesting happens, or if I happen to die along the way, I'll show the footage of my death. But for the most part, I will be cutting back a lot of backtracking, so you guys don't have to watch me constantly run back and forth to like point A to point B. So I think this is where I'll cut it after this guy's death, at least. Well, I'm going to be leaving that in. Glad that happened, but I'm not that far. So, okay. So, I guess with that I can just show you guys what happened. Well, I pretty much had an amazing just run getting over here. Made it, like, past the dragon area. And then I just died from simple hollow warrior. I'm all just generally killing things with a claymore. I forget you're here, so you're just going to die. I'll kill you as well because you're a jerk. There's a guy with a tower shield and a great axe here. Probably is getting invaded, if I had to guess. That's the only assumption I could think of someone being up here with that kind of equipment. So we're just gonna continue onward. We're just gonna continue up and onwards. I'm just gonna kill you because I don't like you. Now we're getting close to where I died. My souls are probably gonna, my bloodstain will probably be close by. Now you all die. Hooray. Is it down? Yep, there they are. Guys, I'm feeling extra jerky. A heavy soul arrow for everyone. I forgot the price of using heavy soul arrows. The fact that you can't hit for anything. Ah. Crossbow man. I forgot you were there. It'll be a lesson for you. Oh, and a good thing about this, about wielding a claymore then versus my scimitar, I can actually stun these bastards. I can break the guard so much easier. So much easier. So that's, it makes things a bit easier for me, which is awesome. I like that. So, we're just going to, I would cut the rest of this out, but since we are literally just feet, like not that terribly far from where we're supposed to go, I'll just take us to, why is the dragon not being seen now? Normally you should see the dragon by now. Because I did activate him and he's kind of angry right now, but oh well. But the reason I'm not actually cutting the rest of this footage from that death is just because where we need to go, the entrance to the lower Undead Berg, is literally right there. Oh, there's the dragon. So he's decided to show up now. Okay, that's fine by me. And trust me, it's better to take the ladder because I've tried jumping down here with like characters that had higher health vitality than this guy. It didn't go so well. Yeah. But also real quick, because this is actually very convenient to do, I would heavily suggest this to new players is to go up these stairs and unlock this shortcut, which your bonfire, if you rest it over there at the berg, it just generally, you can just go through this door basically and come down here. To the lower berg we go, where wily thieves and dogs that serve the Capra demon lie. To which we can see some of those dogs right now. I hate these dogs, honestly. I don't like these. I'm not a huge fan of these dogs. Come on. Farewell. Mostly because these dogs are just bastards. And I really need to turn off my Skype. No. I'll just cut that out. And bastard dog! Are you dead? Yes, you are. But right now, what we can do, there's actually someone we can there's actually someone we need to talk to right now, which is behind this door.
Please let me out of here. Somebody, anybody. Oh, damn. I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
How did that ever happen? I don't know. Because you're a jerk. But opening this door lets us see a guy who's dressed just like us, actually. Who are you?
You opened the door for me. Thank you. Persuade. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim.
You're from Vinheim as well?
I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I now see my travels.
Yeah, so this is Griggs of Vinheim. He can actually teach us magic. I think as of now, really, he can only teach us just a few basic things, and pretty much here there's just the sorcerer's set. He'll pretty much be back up in Firelink Shrine, so we don't have to worry about him now. Also, I should let you know there's an ambush ahead of like filthy ninjas. So we're gonna fight just as dirty as they would. And by dirty, I mean I'm going to try to attack them through the door. This is actually a legitimate thing you can do. Can I attack? I cannot attack ninjas. This might come to bite me in the butt. This might come to bite me back later. Because I'm not necessarily killing them. But yes. Say hello to the Hollow Thief. Okay, yep. Kinda jerks, they're very speedy. Did I mention they're like ninjas? Because that's exactly what these bastards are. Oh god, why was he oh, okay. Oh god. You never want these guys behind you at all, because they can backstab you. They actually have kind of a unique animation, which I kind of like that. And I wish I could be able to backstab like them when I had a knife. Go away! Some friggin' sorceries, you bastard. Okay, that's all of them. That's good. That's very good. Just continue onwards because we're not done. We're not actually done. Because there's more dogs and more ninjas waiting to ambush. Actually, I should go back up here because I forget there's like something you can get in one of these. It's entirely pointless, but might as well pick it up. I think it's in this one. Yeah, there we go. We get the oh yeah. This is the Mel Breaker. It's really a pointless weapon, honestly. But basically, it's just a rapier. Not the best rapier in the world, but a rapier nonetheless. Bastard dog, I see you. I see you, bastard dog. Get closer. Oh, I could just awaken the ninjas, of course. Yes, hey. Okay, I see you. Okay. Get away from me! Holy crap! And you're just going to eat all my soul arrows. Bastard. How is this? Oh, you do not take that actually very well. That's very good to know. There we go. None of them dropped any of their equipment. That's very sad. Basically, you can actually get a very nice dagger off of them, which is always nice. I actually suggest getting that if you can. They can drop their actual equipment, and I got both the dogs on me. It's nice. Lovely. I love This is the only time I can actually say I legitimately do not like dogs. Capra dogs are the worst dogs ever. Ow! Leave me alone. Just because these things just do not know when to give up. Ah! Thank you. Jesus Christ. Alright. I would fight the boss, but more than likely Capra will just annihilate me anyway. Oh, also here's the thief set and a very nice shield that's used for parrying. Ordinarily I would go and fight the Capra, but I don't feel like running all the way through like Ninja City, so as well as dealing with like sets of dogs all over them again. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to actually go open a shortcut. And mind you, this is a nice shortcut. This is like one of those shortcuts that it's worth actually doing. Can I get a sign of, like, you'll actually thank me for doing this, because this will actually make my life and your lives easier. And also we'll be able to see Mr. Griggs. Hello. You're like the most pathetic enemy in the world. Seriously, that archer is seriously the weakest thing in the world. It's hilarious, honestly. And here's this lady. Yeah, she's not a bit touched in the head. You could kind of say, one would say. One would also say that she is quite insane. Just so I can, you know, not have her angry at me, I'll just buy a homeward bone because I'll need that. And you may kind of recognize the way this looks. You may even recognize that door, that little grated gate of Oz. Yes, we are actually back in Firelink Shrine. This is a nice shortcut to get straight to the Capra room, which I'm going to take full advantage of, and actually rest at the bonfire over there, so I can actually get my 10 Estus Flasks, instead of, I believe, the 5 that you get at, I think, the Berg, because I don't think I kindled that fire. Okay, that was extraordinarily, that was too close for my own comfort, honestly. You jumping